morning. It is 6 o'clock and I am walking the dog in shorts and t-shirt, which is absolutely mad. The forecast is saying like 26, 27 degrees all day. Basically, I'm meeting one of my clients at Malton for a coffee, and that's about 40 miles in. Depending on how I feel, I can kind of extend that to, you know, six or so hours. I've got a fairly flexible day today, so if I feel good, I can simply ride for longer and then do more work later on this evening. And that's the luxury of having a job similar to mine and managing my own diary, I guess. Well, chuffing Eka. It's glorious. We have left Drift. We are currently on COWLAM Bottoms, heading towards COWLAM Crossroads, and love this road. This is one of the roads which I did loads of my riding on when I was a young lad, and I genuinely don't think I've ridden this road in since about 16, so it brings back fond memories. Just gone through Duggleby, turned right, and now on the road into North Grimston and then Malton. We are high here. Error took. Got to keep up that average speed. Last year I purposely took my average speed off my Garmin, and I kid you not, it was probably the best thing I ever did as a cyclist. Riding and training is more enjoyable, and you get a lot more quality out of your training when you're not staring at speed. We just arrived at Malton. I'm meeting one of my clients here for a coffee chat. Now I'm 25 minutes early for that, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a loop and call at the garage for a bottle of water. Unpopular opinion, Thomas the Baker's is better than Coupland's. I must admit though, there's a huge queue outside Coupland's and there wasn't one outside Thomas the Baker's. But anyway, I've got some water, I've got a flapjack, we're ready to crack on.
So she may or may not get on the GBC.
While you're riding with them, are you like talking to a few of the riders, the team managers while you're riding, or what's the... I know you can do that through your time.
How long these?
This week and things.
Oh yeah.
For me, I'm on a bit of a mini block. It's not the same context as yours. the road through Castle Howard. Just left my client Nathan. I did maybe 5 miles riding with him, and now I'm back on my own. I'm 2.5 hours into my ride. Taking a bit of a turn and heading back home. Three and a half hours in. Finally some substantial food. Chicken, avocado and slaw sandwich from a little bakehouse bakery in Stamford Bridge. Absolutely delicious. Home stretch. Last 10 miles. Just descending down into Little Weighton and then home. Energy's pretty stable, but looking forward to getting home, to be honest. "93 miles. I'll probably be back at about 96. Just looking forward to getting back and having a nice cold, like, protein smoothie or milkshake. Just what I fancy. I'm not bonked, I'm not too tired. My energy levels are fairly stable. I'm just looking forward to getting off the bike, to be honest, into the shade. The sun does have its effect for sure. Normalised power 222 watts, 18.4 miles an hour, and 5 hours at the minute. About 5 hours 10 once I get back. A good day out. Hey boy. Hey, are you warm? Hey. I am back. And I am done. Joke. Where's your ball? Where is it? Pass it then. Fetch it. Good afternoon. So got back from the ride, showered, ate, got on with a load of work, and just thought I'd have a little input on two key terms that I'd like to explain while I'm on, and that is minimum effective dose and maximum recoverable volume. These two key terms are quite critical when it comes to coaching, planning and scheduling of training for either yourself or as a coach for your athletes. Minimum effective dose is the minimum amount of work that somebody can do but still see progression, still see gains in their fitness. And this is often used by people who are have very busy lifestyles, to put in the minimum amount to get out the maximum in return. So someone who might work a lot of hours and isn't necessarily fully committed to being an athlete or a cyclist, but they want to see progression, then you would look to effectively do the minimum amount of work possible and get that return. See gains by training 3 times a week, as long as those 3 sessions are tough, demanding. One of my athletes trains twice a week, 2 hard sessions a week, and then now and again he'll get a little ride on, and that is his minimum effective dose. Any less and he doesn't adapt well enough. Any more and he can't really fit it in. On the flip side of it, there's maximum recoverable volume, and this is used a lot more for athletes that have got more training time on their hands. You effectively look for what is the maximum amount of work that they can still recover from and adapt to make it to get in the most amount of volume and the most amount of training, and therefore the maximum amount of gains. Now, essentially any more than that maximum recoverable volume and you are doing too much. You can't recover from it in time. So take, for example, if you were doing 6 hours every single day of the week without any rest days, and in that 6 hours every single day you did VO2 max efforts and threshold efforts, you wouldn't be able to recover from that kind of effort. You would become very fatigued probably after the second day, and you wouldn't be able to get any quality out, and therefore you wouldn't be able to initiate an adaptive response which is appropriate. So you'd have to tone it down, and you find a balance where you are showing fatigue every day, but equally you rest up appropriately in between, you sleep well, you get on the right nutrition so that you can recover in time and adapt in time so that you can perform again the next day. So take, for example, these 4 days. Essentially what I'm trying to do is work towards that maximum recoverable volume. I've had a bit of a block, and this is what we tend to do in training blocks. We are working with a little bit of fatigue to make the training harder for ourselves, and essentially condense a lot of training stress in one block, so that when you do eventually recover from it, you have elevated your performance because of this this elevated training stimuli and this elevated fatigue over this short period of time. So today is Thursday. Monday I did 4 hours with basically a lot of tempo work and then sprints at the end. Tuesday was an easier day, so Tuesday was just an hour's easy spin. Then yesterday, Wednesday, I did 2.5 hours with a load of VO2 max work in there, and I was really pushing the quality of those efforts. But then today was basically 5.5 hours, zone 2, zone 3. But I was asking for no quality of myself today, so I was asking for no efforts. It was just working with the pre-existing fatigue and trying to push through it as much as possible in the knowledge that tomorrow is a rest day. And then yeah, and it did what it needed to do. Yeah, I was a bit tired towards the end. I could tell there was some fatigue in there. And if I asked for some quality today, if I asked for me to do some hill reps or some threshold work, it wouldn't have been there. Duke, are you really going to bring another ball? You have 5 out here now. He is literally bringing a ball from inside, dropping it by my feet. If I don't play with that with him, he'll go and get another one. It's so frustrating. Anyway, so yeah, today was a good ride and productive in terms of training block. Now it's time to rest. Tomorrow is an active rest day, and I do need it. I'll just go for like a long dog walk because Saturday I have some hill reps planned with a client. So yeah, I need to recover as quick as I can for that. But yeah, it was a good ride today and got what I wanted from it. Just burnt through some matches, burnt through some calories. So I'm looking forward to a good feed tonight, and we'll crack on with the week. What are you doing? Joe.